At half-time, Wolves keeping their pace up against Manchester City. Let's talk about that opening goal, because it was, of course, the big Norwegian striker that got it. Maybe not the one we expected.
Yes, indeed. I don't know what's in the water in Norway, but they certainly produce 6'4", 5 centre forwards. And we see the build-up player from Wolves here, very good, confident in the back, playing one-touch play. And the first touch here from Semedo, you see the setup, and he feeds it into that area, that corridor. And off the shin into the bottom bin, Strand Larsen shows you what it's all about. It's just a positional play. We're talking about the cross, for me, is what makes the goal, though, because it's a perfect ball. It's giving defenders something to think about. Should I put my leg out? Should I not? Kada, let me know what you think here.
I think Ruben Diaz can cut that out. And he sort of drags his leg along the floor. And if you go back to last season, he scored an own goal in this fixture. And I just didn't know if there was a little seed in his head as that ball come across. So for me as a centre-back, he's got to cut that out. But it's a fantastic goal. But you just see Ruben Diaz as he gets across now. He's in a decent position. I think you can stretch and cut that out, especially when you see this angle. Just watch him drag his foot along the floor. And I don't know if last season's in his mind a little bit. He's got to cut that out. But listen, from Wolves' point of view, it was a special goal.
It was a very special goal for Wolves. It's given them the lead, but Manchester City back in the game. You wanted the screamer, Micah.
Well, yeah, I think I'm best placed to talk about a screamer. Especially from a full-back stroke centre-half. But I think he's been in this position so many times throughout his career at Man City, playing left-back. And because he's left-footed, a lot of sort of defenders show him one way, but he can shoot with his right foot. I think he sets it up perfectly with his right foot there. The touch is outstanding, and then he just curls it into the net there. Maybe the goalkeeper, Sarr, could do a little bit better.
He gets some goals, doesn't he?
He does. He really is a top player. Considering by trade he's a centre-half as well, fits into the system. So good.
A little bit closer than we might have thought at half-time.
Yes, exactly how the game would fall. I thought Wolves were going to counter-attack. They've looked dangerous down their right-hand side, but Man City have got the quality, and I think they'll get more in the second half.
Yeah, Manchester City have had considerably more...
But as you can see, 79% possession for Manchester City and 10 shots in that first half, but it is still all square. And, as Joe said in the pre-match build-up, don't underestimate them. They did get a shock to the system after 7 minutes.
Yeah, they did, but I thought it was really good play from Wolves, actually, watching it back. It wasn't as under the cosh as it was for the following 35 minutes, but City started very, very well. It was the first time Wolves really managed to get some play. This is an incredible ball from Semedo, like, unbelievable ball. I think I was saying if that was Kevin De Bruyne, we'd be purring saying that's what he does. So I think you've got to give credit to a great bit of play from Wolves and really gave themselves some belief.
Yeah, that's what Gary O'Neill wanted from that type of move, Frank.
Yeah, I think the impressive thing is that they stay calm under pressure on the ball. When you give yourself a chance to make a few passes, that allows you to bring your wing-backs into the game, which is the one problem City might worry about against wing-backs, is that once they get high and wide, they give you a problem. Also, having those two players up front means that they're a natural presence centrally, so as soon as that ball goes wide, they're both making the box, and then the cross is perfect and the right finish. Good
spell for Wolves at the time. Semedo assisted. Should he have made it 2-0?
Weirdly enough, they've just defended for the majority of the game, and the two times when they've played out from the back or strung a couple of passes together, they've looked quite impressive. This was really nice play, wasn't it? They just try and play offside. Manchester City get caught, and Guardiola just does enough to put Semedo off. Tries to get across from Semedo, doing the right thing, trying to get across the body of Guardiola. But between Guardiola and Ederson, they just managed to shut them down. But you can see Wolves can play when they have the chance. They're just not having many chances at all, and they've just settled back to a back 11, haven't they, really, now once, and I've allowed Manchester City to dominate, and it was only a matter of time before Manchester City will get the goal.
Yeah, and when you're a manager and you've got a left-back who keeps scoring with his right foot, that's a nice addition to your goal-scoring tally, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, this is the thing with City, is that they can do so many things, shoot across the pitch because of the talent they have. And this side of the pitch has been their strong side today, without a doubt. That double up there of Doku and Guardiola on that side. But I think, it's an incredible strike with his wrong foot, such as his less strong foot. And sometimes when you catch them with that, it's a strange technique and you get that movement in the air there, which has obviously made it very difficult to save. But I think Wolves have spent a lot of time defending their own box. It's easy to switch on when you're defending low crosses. You get back in numbers. Sometimes when people take longer shots, you'll be like, we'll let him shoot. If you let someone shoot and they find the top corner, you're in trouble.
Just a word on Jose Sarr there. Will he be slightly disappointed having got a hand to it?
He will be disappointed, and that's not me saying that he should have saved it. I saw him walking off, and it was running through his mind. He's made 2 excellent saves to his right, actually. Obviously, coming in completely blind to this game, you know, Sam Johnston's been brought in. Just that little match sharpness. It's a right foot. He's hit it well. Can he get that little step in? But it's an excellent effort. He's actually made, you know, a great effort. And I know that feeling of walking off. You know, he's definitely capable of saving that. But that is not saying again. I repeat, that's not a Jose Sarr mistake. Yeah. That's just a moment that he feels like he probably could have done that little bit more, got that timing right, and he put himself in an excellent position. But look, it's a top finish, and you know, as Frank just said there, with the cutbacks, it's so many bodies in front of him constantly. 4 people, it looks like, at points around Haaland. So when Guardiola does get that ball on the edge of the box, you almost think, come on, and let's go. This is what I've prepared for all week.
If you're hypercritical, the 8 and the 9, they should have closed them down, shouldn't they? But they, as Frank said, they're probably thinking, oh, take a shot, go on, they'll be fine. And he smashes it right in the top corner.
Yeah. And as I say, he scored 7 goals for Manchester City, a left-footed player, 6 of them with his right foot and 1 with his head, and not 1 with his natural foot. It's a curious one. You've pointed out how deep Wolves are, as Macca said. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? They've got a hold in this shape the whole time.
No, they are, and they've committed to it, haven't they? I think that goal, even if they've... This wasn't necessarily the game plan to be so deep. I think once they went one, they realised that this is how they're going to have to do things. As I said, in the middle of that park, that's obviously their average positions, but we're seeing a trend of Doku getting in, the cutback coming, and just a sea of Wolves players. Sven Larsson, often 35 yards from goal, and also Stones and Diaz being Man City's furthest players back. They're all in picture, they're all in the TV picture, which just shows how congested it is.
And they have it at 1-1.
بوجبا مستعد التخلي عن 80 مليون يورو السنوي للبقاء في يوفنتوس. عرب لاعب الوسط الفرنسي بول بوجبا الذي خفض إيقافه بسبب منشطات من 4 سنوات إلى 18 شهرا، ويستطيع العودة لممارسة كرة القدم في مارس آذار 2025 عن رغبته في استئناف مسيرته في صفوف يوفنتوس الإيطالي، حتى لو كان ذلك يعني التخلي عن المال. وقال بوجبا في مقابلة نشرتها صحيفة غازيتا ديلو سبور الإيطالية: اليوم إنه على استعداد للتخلي عن المال حتى أتمكن من لعب مرة جديدة مع يوفنتوس، أريد العودة إلى هذا النادي. وتبع الفائز بمونديال روسيا 2018 الذي ينتهي عقده مع النادي الإيطالي في صيف 2026، وتقاضى بموجبه راتبا سنويا قدره 8 ملايين يورو. الحقيقة هي أنني لاعب في يوفي وأستعد لكي ألعب مع يوفي. يذكر أن بوجبا خلال فترة إيقافه كان يحصل على الحد الأدنى من المنصوص عليه في اتفاقية الدوري الإيطالي الجماعية، مما يزيد قليلا على 2000 يورو شهريا. ومنذ أن خفضت محكمة التحكيم الرياضي الطاس إيقافه بسبب منشطات من 4 سنوات إلى 18 شهرا، تحدثت الصحف الإيطالية أن يوفنتوس يسعى لإنهاء عقد بوجبا. وأدلى مدرب يوفنتوس تياغو موتا بتصريحات تدعم هذه الفرضية، ذلك عندما تحدث عن الفرنسي بصيغة الماضي بقوله: كان بوجبا لاعبا رائعا لكنه لم يلعب منذ مدة طويلة. وكشف بوجبا ذو 31 عاما أنه لم يقابل موتا، لكنه أكد أن تلك اللحظة ستأتي. أريد أن أكون جاهز للتدريب واللعب مع يوفي، أنا لاعب في يوفي، في ذهني هذا كل ما أفكر فيه في الوقت الحالي. ومنذ عودته إلى الدوري الإيطالي في يوليو تموز 2022 بعد 6 مواسم قضاها في مانشستر يونايتد الإنجليزي، لعب بوجبا 12 مباراة فقط، ما يعادل 213 دقيقة بسبب إصابة خطيرة في الركبة، وشوهت سمعته بشكل كبير. تبع بوجبا: سيكون هذا بوجبا جديدا، أكثر تعطشا وحكمة وأقوى، أريد فقط أن ألعب كرة القدم. مشير إلى أنه لا يمكن أن يرى نفسه يرتدي قميص فريق إيطالي آخر.